So 7-4 is our quotient rules for exponents. All right, we did multiplication, so now we got to take care of division. This is not too hard. Okay, division properties of exponents. All right, so before I even go any farther than this first slide, if we multiplied, we added the exponents, correct? So if we divide, what do you think we do the exponents? There we go, we subtract them. So here's your rule. The quotient rule is a over m, or a to the m over a to the n is equal to a to the m minus n. So basically, it's division, you subtract the powers. Now, one of the big things a lot of people make mistakes with this is after you subtract, your answer is on top, and then adjust if needed, meaning if it's negative. A lot of times people, they're going, I don't know whether the answer goes on the top or the bottom, okay? So, x to the fifth over x to the third. What's 5 minus 3? 2. So x squared is your answer. Okay? Now, here's why I had to put this extra thing up here. When you get one like this, we go a to the third over a to the seventh. All right, you subtract the bottom one from the top. Okay, so I'm going to have a to the what? Negative fourth. All right, and then I'm going to have to go 1 over a to the fourth. If you can skip that intermediate step, that's fine. But I think just get in the habit of everything goes, the answer goes to the top, and then adjust if needed. All right, if we want to think about it, let's look back at this first one, x to the fifth. X to the fifth just means 5x's, right? Over x to the third is 3x's. If you have things top and bottom, you can cancel out, right? Cancel 3, cancel 3. I'm left with 2. That's the same answer. Okay. Questions on this first couple? All right. If you have whole numbers, you still do the division. So if I have 8 x to the third y to the fifth over 2 x y squared. What's 8 divided by 2? 4. X's, I have 3 minus 1, which is 2. Y's is 5 minus 2, which is? There we go. Okay? Nothing changes there. All right. So here's 4. I want you to try Here we go. We're roughing this up pretty bad. So first one, I have to take care of my whole numbers first. What's 10 divided by 5? 2. X's, I have 4 minus what? 1, so it's going to be x to the third. Third one, y sixth over y to the third. I'm going to have y to the third. Am I done? Yes, I'm done. Okay, second one. 2/3 is just 2/3, right? It doesn't simplify. So I'm just going to leave this. Now, A's, I have 4 minus 7, which is good, -3. Answer goes on top. B's, 6 minus 2 is 4. Now, what's the problem with that one so far? I have that negative A, right? So just rewrite it with the A to the bottom. Okay? Write it all as one fraction. Okay? Some of you guys had like 2/3, 1 over A to the third, B to the fourth. Was that right? Yes, but that's not simplified. Make it all one fraction, just like that. Next one, 36 divided by 6 is going to be what? 6. A's, I have 4 minus 1, which is 3. B's, 3 minus 2 is 1, which is just B. Am I good? Yep, I'm good. Last one, 5 over 25. That's going to be 1/5. Okay, X's, I have 4 minus 10, which is -6. Y, 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay, so that takes me to here. What's the problem? So I take that to the bottom with the 5, right? Left on top, I have 1 y to the 5th, or just y to the 5th. You guys were making this way too hard, okay? Write them all as one fraction. Don't try to split them all up. All right, write them all as one fraction. Do your subtraction. Whatever's left is left, okay? Now, I'm going to add one more rule to this, and then we'll have 2 sets of practice problems, and we're done. So, here's the next one. Raise the quotient to a power. This is basically the same as the power to a power rule. If you have a fraction in parentheses, you have to take the power to every single term in the parentheses. All right, so for instance, here, x over y squared is going to be x squared y squared. Okay, that's all it means. It's the same as before, we just have a fraction inside. Exact same rule. It's a power distribution rule. All right, and with this, as before, you distribute to get rid of the parentheses first, and then simplify as much as you can. So the second one I have here, I have a to the 4th over a. So on top, a to the 4th to the 3rd, that's going to be to what power? 12th. Bottom, a is going to be to the 3rd. So can I simplify that? Yeah, now it's the quotient rule. 12 minus 3 is 9. Bingo. Questions? It gets pretty straightforward. It really doesn't change anything. I honestly, I don't know why they even have to include this rule when you have the power distribution rule. Okay? You guys good with that? All right. So here's 4 more. Distribute the power to everything on the inside of the parentheses, and then simplify whatever you have. Number 1, let's go through them together. Number 1, we distribute the 2 to everything. So I get 2 squared, a squared, b to the 6th over a to the 8th, correct? 2 squared is 4. A's, I have 2 minus 8, which is negative 6. Then I have to take the negative to the bottom, right? Okay, a to the 6th, and then b to the 6th. There we go. That's number 1. 2, take a 3 through to everything. So I have 4 to the 3rd, x to the 6th, y to the 9th, over x to the 3rd, y to the 15th. Okay, now 4 to the 3rd is 64. Okay, x's, I have 6 minus 3, which is 3. Okay, y's, I have 9 minus 15, which is negative 6. So that goes on the bottom then to make it a positive 6. That's your answer there. Number 3, take the squared through. I have 3 squared, m to the 6th, n to the 8th, over 6 squared, m to the 10th. Okay, what's 3 squared? 9. What's 6 squared? 36. Okay, m, 6 minus 10 is negative 4, and then I just have n to the 8th. So I have to take the negative to the bottom, and I can simplify the 9 over 36, right? That's going to be 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to have 4 on the bottom, 1 on top, and I'm going to have my n to the 8th, take my m to the bottom, and have this. All right, last one. I take 0 to everything, and it's going to be what? 1. Done. All right, so we'll stop right there.